Hi everyone, this is Marie Angel and welcome back to Tattoos and Tulips. Now, last time we left off with Grandma and Chrys talking about Chris's birthday, and I believe we are going to go and see what happens for Chris's birthday, and I'm super excited because it seems like it's going to be a cute little party at Bee's place, and Shay obviously is going to be there, even though I don't think Chris has asked him yet, but that's okay. But I'm so excited because birthdays are so fun and special in general, but I also think it creates a little bit of a nice little situation for getting closer to someone that you may or may not be interested in and seeing how they kind of show up for you depending on, who they are, etc. Anyways, without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, Chapter 7 Poppy Birthday. Weeds are flowers too. Once you get to know them. A. Milne. Milne? Happy birthday! Those are the first words I hear when I wake up. I forgot that I have to narrate in a different way. Hold on. Yay, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma. I'm usually slower to rise and grumpy for at least the first hour after I'm woken up. But today I wake up easier than I ever had before. New year, you know? She sets the bouquet of balloons on my nightstand and gives me a big warm hug. I squeeze in close. After some time she releases and sits on the edge of my bed. I scratch at my hair. My hair already needs a good spray down and brush. Oh, cute bedhead. I yawn and realize my hair isn't the only thing that needs a brush. Thanks, Granny. This is so sweet. Well, there's more where that came from. Get dressed. We'll go get breakfast. I love Granny. My stomach immediately growls at that. Granny has taken me to get French toast for breakfast every year for my birthday since I could remember. I can practically taste the French toast already. Now I want to make French toast. You're giving me so many ideas. Oh, a Jade Place. We do just that. At the Jade Place, of course. They do everything here. I get a candle in my French toast with berries, and embarrassingly enough, the whole place singing happy birthday. But despite that, I feel like I'm floating. Granny never fails to put me at ease. Oh, this is such a cute little thing you do with your Granny for your birthday. So cute. Sitting in the booth across from Granny, I'm sitting, Chrys. Sitting in the booth across from Granny, she hands me a little present when I finish my food. For me. She rolls her eyes at my tone. I'm surprised she doesn't snatch it back from me. Stick to your day job, Chrys. Open it. It's a cute little present wrapped in brown paper with burlap and string. I'm hesitant to open it with how pretty it's packaged, but she's urging me to continue. I unwrap it. Inside it is a regular box. I take off its top expecting a piece of jewelry, some nice tweezers even, but not this. I recognize it in a couple of moments, and reality hits me. The shop key? Whoa, the shop key? That it is. I told you, didn't I? You'd be taking over the shop at my place before too long. I think you're old enough now. I'm stunned. I did expect this to come one day, but not so soon. Not now. I'm not upset, but I'm nervous. I don't know anything about running a shop, especially one as successful as ours. What if I get it all wrong? Hey, don't worry. I'll teach you everything you need to know. Oh, I love Granny. Her relationship with Chrys is so sweet. This is a good thing. You're more than qualified. You just have to trust in yourself. She's probably right. She always seems to be. I'm so young. I mean, Granny won't live forever, but she's still got a long ways to go. Couldn't she have waited a couple more years at least? This is what I wanted, but just not when I wanted it. I try not to seem ungrateful as that couldn't be further from the truth. I had always planned on giving it to your dad one day, but he never quite showed any interest in the business.
Besides, he does not have a green thumb, let me tell you. I can't help but giggle at that. Dad let every fish we had growing up die. At least, Daphne and I turned out fine, though I think we have Mom mostly to thank for that. Lol. Speaking of which, then I shifted focus and tried Daphne out instead, but she found it dreadfully boring and she was so impatient. Not much has changed on that front. Man, I haven't thought of her in a minute. Daphne, my elder sister by a whole 10 years. She was practically my fourth parental figure besides my mom, my dad, and my granny. Now she lives an hour away with my nephew. I wonder if she'll call me today. I think we are both bad at remembering birthdays and the like. I hope she remembers, though. So, when you started showing interest and actual skill, I started planning for you to do so instead. Though I'm sure you could guess I'd do that by now. Nodding, I set the gift box on the table and I leaned back. I'm gonna do my best. Thank you, Granny. Really, even after how I acted years back, you never lost faith in me. I choke up a bit, but I don't stop. She needs to hear this. Aw. You were one of the only people who still believed in me, gave me a chance, loved me unconditionally. There's no way I could be who I am today if not for you. I'm tearing up here. Don't mind me. Oh, they are so sweet. Oh my gosh, I actually am crying. Oh, Chrys is crying. Wipe those happy tears away. I love crying. Crying is such a beautiful thing to do. To express your feelings also, you know? Anyways. Tears fall, but I smile through it, grabbing a napkin from off the table. Granny's eyes are watery too. You don't need to thank me for loving you, Chrys. I'm thankful for you. I mean, it would have been fine if no one wanted to run the shop, but once you started working with me and living in your Poppy and I's old apartment, I knew that you'd be much happier. I am. I'm so happy. This life I lead now makes my younger days feel like a bad dream. I'm so glad she gave me the chance to grow. To flourish. I don't want to mess this up. She trusts me so completely to pass on our family's greatest treasure. I will cherish it until the day I die. I cry, but nod to her, sniffling. I accept, Granny. Thank you. I'll make you proud. I know you will. Oh, sweet. We part out ways outside of the Jade Place. She wishes me a happy birthday once again before going back to her apartment, and I start to walk back home. I get a text from B to show up at her place as soon as I'm ready. Proceeding... Oh, gosh, I've been narrating in my usual narrating voice. Not a Chris-esque voice, whatever that means. Also, okay, let me just, while I stop myself and regather, that is so sweet. Granny is entrusting Chrys with the shop, and he's really into it. He wants to own the shop and, like, run it really well and, you know, be as successful as Granny, and that's great. I'm sure he's gonna do wonderfully. It'd be so cute. Him running, you know, the little shop and everything. Anyways, back to Chrys' thoughts. We're going to Bee's place, and so, we are going to continue. Preceding that, a phone call. I stand outside one of the shops lining the street I live on and answer. It's my parents. I decide to answer right away. I don't think I can easily call them back when I get home. Though the street is noisy, hopefully I can still hear them. Chrys! Happy birthday! We love you! Happy birthday! We love you! Sorry, I can't do both voices at the same time, and I don't usually edit, but I love that. We love you! Where are they again? They are practically screaming into the phone, but there's the sound of waves, people chattering, music, and kids squealing in the background. All the sounds you'd associate with a cruise ship, I see. We are so sorry we couldn't be there to celebrate with you, but we miss you and love you so much. Yeah, we love you. It's all good. Granny got me breakfast, and I'm going to Bee's to celebrate.
Oh, that sounds fun. Well, I can't be sure how long this call will last, but we're so glad we got to talk to you, even if only for a couple of minutes. Make sure not to drink too much. Don't want to pick you up from the hospital for alcohol poisoning again. It's a bad joke. A truly poor attempt at one considering what we've been through. It brings up old wounds. If only he knew how Granny passed the shop to me. Not him, not Mom, not even Daphne. Me. Erin, please, not on his birthday. I clutch my phone, resisting the urge to hang up on the spot. When will they see I've changed? No worries, Dad. I'm not a stupid kid anymore. If you can believe it, I've grown up, maybe. If you can believe it, I've grown up. Maybe you should. I stop myself. I'm better than this. I won't stoop to their level. Look, I gotta go. Just have fun. We're losing service, but we love you. We will celebrate when we get back, so look forward to that. Have a good day. Love you too. Bye.
And the phone clicks. Okay, what a conversation. Things are telling. Ooh, details. I'm very curious exactly what, like, Chris's background is. Obviously, it wasn't, like, the smoothest, but, like, I don't know how important that is besides just generally knowing it wasn't the smoothest. So it's fine if we don't get those details.
I feel a little sour spot in the pit of my stomach, but I do my best to suppress it. They wonder why there is this distance between us. How unfair. Am I not allowed to change? To get better?
I mean, generally, people think that, I mean, not everyone, but, like, there's kind of, so for some reason, there's an expectation that people don't change. That one don't, especially, I mean, you're 20, Chris has just turned 21. Like, that is so young. That's, like, so much, like, early 20s, young adulthood. So much time and changing can happen, you know? You're allowed to get better.
I look at my phone and decide to do something I should try to do on days that aren't holidays. There's a click and I hear a familiar and tired voice. Hello? Hey, Daph, it's Chrys. Oh, man, yeah. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Sorry, I would have called today, just didn't get a chance to look at my planner. It's no problem. I'm bad with remembering birthdays, too. Oliver, your uncle's on the phone. I cringe a bit at the sudden outburst. There's a bit of shuffling and Daphne trying to explain who I am to him. But, Mom... No buts. Just wish him a happy birthday. That's it.
I lost the Daphne voice. That's all you have to do.
I want to tell Daphne she doesn't have to force him, but he's already speaking to me before I say anything. Happy birthday, Uncle Chrys. It's the least enthusiastic happy birthday I've ever received, but it does make me feel good to hear his voice. It's a lot different from the last time I saw him.
Sorry, I'm assuming Oliver is like 6, and that's maybe not the case. Maybe he's like 12 and could still sound like that, but maybe not as young as I'm making him.
Thanks. So, how old are you turning?
21. It's kind of the opposite of you. You're 12, right? Oh my gosh, I was right.
Yeah, that's how numbers work. That's how numbers work.
I'm taken aback by the attitude. Well, preteens. I'm taken aback by the attitude, but I can't be upset. It was a dumb thing to say. Honestly, I'm impressed. He really is his mother's son.
Oliver! Yours is coming up in a couple of months, right? Yeah, it's August 3rd. I'll be sure to send you something then.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost train of thought for a second.
Love you. Thanks for talking to me. You can hand the phone back to your mom, buddy. I love you too, Uncle Chrys.
It's forced, but it doesn't make it any less good to hear.
Hey.
He's such a sweetheart. You sure you're his mom?
Heh, I try to do better than our parents did.
My stomach twists at that. Yeah, I hear ya. They actually just called me.
Oh? They made time for you in their busy schedule?
I know, right? Dad had the nerve to bring up my trip to the hospital.
You could have died. That's... Why would he bring that up today? It's my 21st birthday, remember? Doesn't matter. If you were going to do something like that again, you would have done so already. You're doing great. I'm going to call them. Daphne, don't. Besides, they're on their cruise, remember? Must be nice. Can't wait to ditch Oliver right when he graduates high school and try to reclaim my 20s. Huh. Her sarcasm actually draws a laugh out of me. You know, ever since becoming a parent, I understand even less why they are the way they are. I'm sorry you had to go through that, especially today. It's all good. I feel better. Did you have breakfast with Granny already? Yeah, like 30 minutes ago. I miss that. I want to come see you guys, but I've just been so busy with work, and Ollie just started playing soccer, and that all costs a bunch of money. And hey, you're good. I understand. I should come visit you when I'm not running the shop. We can probably close the shop for a week or something. I'd really enjoy that. Oh, speaking of, Granny gave me the key to the shop today. Oh my god, are you serious? Chrys, that's so awesome. Thank you. I wasn't expecting it. She said I was ready. I bet. That's so cool. I'm so proud of you. I really am. You know, when she says it like that, I really do believe it. No more tears. No more tears. Thanks, Steph. I love you. I don't want to keep you too long. Yeah, you go enjoy yourself. It was nice talking to you. We should do this more often. Yeah, for sure. Love you, and happy birthday again. I hear Oliver yelling in the background, "Happy birthday!" again, and I tell them I love them one last time before hanging up. Aw, that's sweet. I clutch my heart to steady it. At this rate, I won't make it to my 22nd birthday from all the sweetness. I'd already gone back to the apartment, packed some pajamas, and had arrived at B's... I'd already gone back to the apartment, packed some pajamas, and had arrived at B's apartment after a bit of walking. In that time, I managed to shake off some of the bad energy my parents gifted me with. Before too long, I found myself standing outside the little townhouse complex. They were cute, little old school living arrangements. But they were also expensive as hell. That's why B had 3 roommates. If I hadn't lucked out with Granny's old apartment, I'd have been another one, I'm sure. Going over always felt like a little party in and of itself. We'd all play games together, listen to music, cook, etc. When I was working with B, I was over all the time, but now I kept more of a distance. Back then, she only had 2 roommates, Rain and Zoe, but then she's moved someone else in. I don't know where they're sleeping. There are only 3 bedrooms. Don't tell me B's got them sleeping on the couch. Guess having my own space can be a downside, too. It's been easily 6 months since I've been here. I know life gets in the way, but I enjoy their company. There really was no need to be so distant. Was it because of... Of course it was. It seemed everything unfortunate in my world led back to my ex, and my parents too, honestly. To be so cruel as to keep me from my friends. I decide then to make more of an effort to visit them more.
I mean, that's all you can do, Chrys.
It can't be healthy to just work and go home, especially when I don't even have to go to a different building to do so.
That is true. I think that's especially true.
Ever since I met Shay, we've gone out a lot more lately, and it's been really nice. I don't know what changed with B, but I hope these outings continue. Aw, cute happy birthday signs. I make my way up the stairway and knock on the door, and I'm greeted with just who I expect. Zoe, one of B's roommates and longtime best friends. I worked with her at the Jade Place as well. Back then, Zoe was our manager, and maybe that's why we were never super close, but I still consider her a friend.
Well, hello there, stranger.
Yes, hello. Also, I love your hair, Zoe.
I already feel like I've done something wrong, like when I was late for my shifts. I know I haven't been around a lot. Life just gets in the way, and also shitty exes, but I digress. I step inside, shutting the door behind me, and she spreads out her arms. She's up to my neck, height-wise, so giving her a hug is a little awkward, but mostly pleasant.
How are you? I'm mostly good. I've spent all morning straightening up the place. It was a disaster. I don't know why B wanted to throw a party here instead of the Jade place. Or your place.
Okay, is that like just Zoe's personality? That's fine, but I mean, it's fine to throw it here, but it's not like it happens every day.
I shrug. Her guess is as good as mine. B often does things without thinking, which I know for a fact drives Zoe insane.
Well, besides cleaning, how are you?
She has to think for a second, which is either funny or sad, depending on how you look at it.
Oh, I'm with someone. You remember Hugh, right?
Do I?
Hugh. I sort through my head. There aren't many people with such an old name.
I think so. He's the cute guy that works at Tiny Market, right? The one from the UK?
I would know. That's the only place I ever want to get groceries.
You're going to make me blush, Chrys.
Oh, hello, Hugh.
I hear that British accent and my blood runs cold. Zoe giggles at my expense and nods.
Yeah, that's him.
Hi. Hi, Hugh. Oh, you're so tall.
B, Zoe and I would always make googly eyes at him when we shopped. Well, not just him. There was another cashier, a tall red-headed girl, and this other lady with a buzz cut and gauges. For some reason, Tiny Mart had the biggest selection of hotties in town.
Hey, Hugh. A small world.
Embarrassed, blush, blush. It's okay.
Bo talks about you all the time. I'd figured you'd be over eventually. It's nice to see you outside my uniform for once.
Hi.
How's the shop doing? My mum loves that place.
Hi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love all the customers that come into the shop.
It's doing well. Matter of fact,
I pull the key out of my pocket, an unnecessary move, but nonetheless I show it off. I just became the owner. Zoe's eyes go wide.
Whoa, happy birthday to you. That's awesome. I wish I had my own shop.
knowing you, I think you'd have no problem doing that.
Yeah, what do you do? Do you guys still work at the same place or no?
If you ever need workers, I'd love to help.
I think about that for a second.
Does that mean I get to be your boss this time?
Zoe crosses her arms, propping out her leg and frowning at me with narrowed eyes.
That depends. Are you going to let it get to your head?
I shake my head.
Nah, I'm not you.
Ooh, what banter.
Hugh laughs at that, and so does a familiar voice from the kitchen. I look up. It wasn't Rain. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever heard Rain laugh. Chuckle, sure, but never laugh.
Oh my god. I thought it was Shay.
Shay steps out of the kitchen holding a bottle of water and an apple in his other hand.
Happy birthday.
Oh my god, hey Shay.
Oh, thanks. I didn't think you'd be here.
Gosh.
His expression falls a bit.
Why's that?
I don't know. Thought you had work or something. I mean, it's a sleepover.
I took it off.
This is so great. Chrys, this is so great. Sorry, as someone who's spectating, I'm participating, but I'm mostly spectating. I mean, I'm not actually I'm participating by spectating. This is great. I'm taking notes, gathering the evidence. This is great. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna elaborate right now. Yes, he took the day off, or whatever that means. Half the day, I don't know.
He's saying it like it's nothing, and maybe it is, but would I have taken off work for his birthday? Well, if I was invited, sure, but I didn't invite him. Not that I didn't want to, but am I overthinking this?
21 is a big deal, and I'll use any excuse to drink tequila.
Not the tequila. To each their own.
He looked more like a Jack and Cola kind of guy, but at least he's got some semblance of taste. I shiver at the thought of drinking a margarita.
I drank too much tequila once and got borderline alcohol poisoning back in my senior year of high school.
Wow, you just said all the details I wanted to know back earlier. Oh my gosh, so casually.
I mean, that's fair. That's good to know. Also, I've had margaritas where, like, they were really strong. And I thought I had eaten enough food. Not that I've ever gone to this level of alcohol poisoning. I don't think ever, which is fine. And I'm not judging Chrys or anything, but I'm just saying that, like, I just remember this one drink that I thought I had eaten enough food. And I did. But apparently it was much stronger. Like, the drink was much stronger. And it was just more like, I went to go, like, wash up before bed. And I literally took so much longer to wash up because I was so dizzy. And I was more than perfectly fine. But it was so funny that I was like, I need to just wash. Like, I was so adamant about washing my face. Because I usually am. And I'm just like, I can't go to bed without washing my face. And now I must wash my face, even though I'm really dizzy. And so I finally think of that margarita drink because it was a good one. I did like the taste of it, but it is scary sometimes, alcohol. Especially like if you don't know your limits or you know, don't eat a good proportion of food with drink also. I think that's also something to consider.
My parents almost found out too. I said to myself, never again. So I'll just stick to my wine coolers and cosmopolitans, thanks.
I mean, I feel that. I'm more of a cider girly, so it's pretty, you know, low alcohol content. But they're my favorite. I like drinks that don't taste like alcohol, basically, which is slightly dangerous, but we're fine. I'm fine. I love little wine coolers and cosmopolitans, too.
Oh yeah, 21 is the legal drinking age here. I keep thinking it's 18.
It should be, but that hasn't stopped me. I don't know a single person who waits till 21.
Really?
Usually the ones that do don't drink at all. Like B.
Fair. I didn't drink until I was 21, and honestly, I only started drinking more socially in the past how many years? Because that's like my environment, but I also was more curious about drinking, so I don't know. Like I like drinking every now and again, but it's not a habit, which is just more of a preference, of course.
Not that Bee needs alcohol to have a good time. She's just high on life.
So you drink already? Well, that's less fun. I was hoping to see you get drunk for the first time. That's always hilarious.
Oh, Shay, he's like, those are good, those are times. Like, what kind of drunk are you? Is sometimes, you know, are you like a sleepy person? Do you become like more chatty and everyone's best friend type, or, you know, etc.?
Sorry to disappoint. What benefit is there for him to see me get wasted? Maybe he's just one of those guys that needs to get drunk to have fun. Well, he was sober the last 2 times we went out, so why does he?
Well, you might just get lucky, Shay, because Chrys stopped drinking a year ago. So I bet he's a bit of a lightweight now.
Zoe has all this intel.
I shrug.
Saves money to be a lightweight.
Exactly. I like this point, Chrys. Because I do have a lightweight. So I can have one, like on, if I do go out, it's either 0 drinks, maybe 1 drink, and on a particularly rare night 2, and then I call it quits, because then that's where I'm like, ooh, you save money though, and how nice is that? Like, just to be able to spend like money on 1 or 2 drinks. I love it.
Just go easy then.
You don't gotta worry about me. I'm not a stupid kid anymore. I can handle my liquor.
That's right. Chrys is all grown up. He owns a flower shop now.
Shay turns to look at me with a big smile.
Whoa, that's awesome, man.
It is. I love that.
He pats my shoulder. His hand is large and his grip is firm. Even so, it's sort of a comforting gesture, not too aggressive.
I wish I had owned a parlor at 21.
How old are you?
23 is still really good. You're both doing better than me.
Zoe, what kind of shop do you want to own?
Hugh grips her waist from behind.
Comparison is the thief of joy, babe.
So true, Hugh.
Correction. Life is the thief of joy.
Hello, Rain.
I catch a glimpse of them and nearly rush in to give them a hug, but I stop myself, respecting their boundaries. Rain smirks at me.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Rain.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you don't really come around anymore.
Been working a lot lately. I own the.
Oh, I heard. Congrats. I don't know how you stand to be in that place all day, but to each their own.
It's about time you came out. I cleaned the whole place top to bottom. Where were you?
In my room?
Zoe grits her teeth.
You know what I meant.
You asked the question. Besides, all my mess is in my room.
No, you have your makeup all scattered in the bathroom, laundry on the floor, and frozen meal boxes overflowing in the trash.
Ooh, roommate drama.
I'm happy to watch the two bicker as always. Or rather, Zoe attempts to scold them, and Rain doesn't flinch, but B breaks it up.
Guys, it's Chris's day. Let's not spoil it.
Hey, B. That seems to do the trick, and Shay and Hugh visibly relax in response. I chuckle at that. And so the party begins. As soon as B arrives, or rather gets out of the shower, they decorated the living room with, you guessed it, flower-themed birthday decorations. Aw, cute. They made the cutest cake made out of smaller succulent cupcakes, a homemade broccoli macaroni, ooh, mac and cheese, and of course a drink for the occasion, a fruity punch. Jungle juice, they call it. I can take an educated guess of what's in it, regardless. I am drinking it. Seeing how much effort has gone into everything, I find myself struggling to keep from choking up. I've already cried once today. No more, I weakly decide. I look around at everyone as I sit at my designated chair and silently pray no one is cruel enough to shove my face in the cake. Shay starts to light the candles, and my previous worry disappears entirely. They sing me happy birthday, or rather, B, Zoe, Hugh, and Shay do. Rain would rather die than sing, but they are there for moral support if nothing else. We spend the next hour just eating, all of which is delicious and keeps me from drinking on an empty stomach. Never a good thing in my experience. The punch goes down easily. Once the music starts playing, it's all downhill, or rather uphill from there. My muscles relax, my brain being the first. Hugh and Zoe dance together, of course. B tries to coax Rain into dancing, which they of course refuse, but they seem to be content just talking and tapping their foot to the rhythm. I'm content just dancing with me, myself, and I, my only dance partner being the plastic cup in my hand. I'm not a great dancer by any means, but I am enthusiastic. Samesies. Better yet, I am having a blast. And I'm not the only one. We take turns playing our favorite songs, screaming the lyrics, and dancing in ways just to get a laugh out of someone else.
I love doing that. That's so fun.
Whatever it is, from musicals, kid shows, or the songs commonly played on the radio. Jay's music taste surprises me. It's not all metal. One moment he's pulling off a current dance move, and the next he's belting a Broadway hit.
Ooh, varied taste. We love that.
Even in my slightly intoxicated state, I can tell he's got a great voice. What surprises me more than even that is how having him and Hugh feels really no different from the days I spent with B, Zoe, and Rain. They fit in the group so seamlessly. Hugh was one of those guys that I imagine fit well in any group. He's so chill you can almost forget about him entirely. But Shay feels like another one of us. Is that 'cause I'd hung out with him before? I'm inclined to believe that. I take a break, plopping down on the couch and catching a breath. Shay follows suit, leaning in to talk to me, unable to hear clearly due to the music still blasting. His breath has a hint of alcohol, but he seems to be mostly sober from what I can tell.
You having fun?
Okay. Having a little couch talk.
I nod eagerly, laughing at nothing.
Yeah. You?
I'm having a lot of fun. I can't remember the last time I went to a house party.
Oh, I do love a house party. Haven't been over to one of those in a while.
Now that he mentions it, I can't remember quite the last time either. Even at 21, I already feel like I'm entering my senior years. I should be doing this sort of thing every weekend, or every other, at the very least.
We should do this more often.
I don't realize until later on, but he was astounded by that.
Yeah, we should. The guys at the shop would love that.
You only work with guys?
Oh, no, not at all. Sorry, I use guys as a noun, adverb, and an adjective.
Yeah, I get that.
I giggle at that. He smiles at me for a moment.
How drunk are you?
Probably more than you thought you'd be.
I shake my head.
Not drunk. I am pretty tipsy, though. I just cut myself off.
See, I think that I usually get to, like, at most pretty tipsy. And I get pretty chatty.
That's good. I think I'm going to as well.
You don't have to.
No, but I don't want to forget tonight.
Shay, are you blushing? Are you blushing while saying, but I don't want to forget tonight? Why? Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god. You look so cute.
His face must be flushed from the alcohol.
Are you sure?
But I know just what he means.
Me neither. You all outdid yourselves. I've already thanked everyone so many times.
You don't have to thank us. You just focus on having fun.
Yeah, let loose. It is very sweet of everyone.
I nod, standing up.
Wanna dance?
His eyebrows raise, and he seems unsure of what to do. But I don't move, just hand extended out to him.
Oh my gosh, look at them dancing. Hey. Oh, Bee and Rain over there. Zoe and Hugh. They're really tearing up. And look at them. They're right there. Whoa. Look at them. So cute. Chrys and Shay. Very cute.
Shay eventually takes it, and I lift him up. He's standing right there before me. I'm eye to neck with him, still holding his hand. I catch Bee and Zoe in the corner of my eye, holding hands and dancing together, and it plants a seed in my brain. I take his other hand and start moving our arms. It reminds me of how kids at the playground grab each other's hands and spin in circles. Instead, I am practically double-dutching his arms like limp noodles. He laughs at it, and we just sway hand in hand.
Oh, cute.
Before too long, the music dies down, and Bee calls me over. I got one last surprise. I've always been a sucker for gifts, so I'm practically hopping over to her. She leads me and everyone else to her bedroom. I give her a suggestive look as a joke, and she, and by extension, everyone else cracks up at that. In your dreams, buddy.
Oh, cute room.
She opens her door, and I see sprawled across the floor are sleeping bags, pallets made of extra blankets and pillows, and beanbag chairs, snacks on the coffee table, and some self-care products. Whoa, I didn't know you did all this. This is awesome. What kind of sleepover is it without sleeping on the floor and eating snacks? You guys need to spread out, though. I'm too claustrophobic to have this many people in my room at once. I give her a hug. I catch a glimpse of some gummy fish on the table. I hope you know those gummy fish are all mine. Who do you think I got them for? You're a dumb drunk, aren't you? I'm not even drunk. So you're just dumb then? Thanks for clarifying. That gets a laugh from everyone, including me. Wait, you should all get in your pajamas first. Please tell everyone brought some, Shay.
Not the line that's coming up next. Okay, hold on. Just checking something. I have a fan air purifier going. I usually sleep in my underwear, but just for you, I went to the store and got some. I find myself being a little sad at that. Under normal circumstances, am I speaking? I can't remember if I'm being Chrys or not. I find myself being a little sad at that. Under normal circumstances, I probably would have second-guessed myself there, but no. I said what I said. I'm sad about it. Whatever happened to birthday suits, huh? Well, aw, look at them. They're so cute. This little CG's so adorable. Enjoying a face mask and sheet mask and all that. Everyone ends up in their PJs, and we gather in Bee's room. By now, I feel the alcohol starting to lose its effectiveness, and I focus on just eating to fill whatever I lost while dancing. The movie plays, but only a handful of us even watch it. It's meant to just be white noise while we apply, instead, face masks to each other. Only some of us have those wet, papery ones. Bee, Zoe, and Hugh.
Shay and Rains are charcoal and a clay mask that goes to me because I'm the birthday boy. But I know better than that. It's just because it's green and no one else wanted it. Oh, it's cute though.
Hey, where are the cucumber slices?
I knew I was forgetting something.
It's all good.
The night is spent in idle conversation, laughing at the movie, one of my favorites, and mani pedis. Oh, cute. The latter being our current activity, I often have Bee cut my cuticles because she knows how I don't want to hurt myself. Shay sits behind her as she does my nails.
You have really nice hands.
He says out of seemingly nowhere. He looks down at them and at my face.
Really?
We love a compliment.
He nods, maybe a bit too eagerly, or a bit eagerly.
Yeah, they are really well kept.
Thanks. I don't really try or anything, but I wash my hands a lot. Constantly working with dirt, they tend to get, well, dirty.
Well said, Chrys. Well said. You idiot.
I can use gloves, but sometimes it's easier to just use your hands.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, someone stop me.
He's just rambling now.
Bee gives me a coy smile and tries to hide it. I stare at her working hands holding mine.
You have nice...
Well, everything, really. But I can't say that, so I settle for one thing. One out of the everything.
skin.
I mean, it's a good compliment. It's just the way you were kind of like thinking of what thing to pick, Chrys, is funny.
However, I picked the worst one possible. That stops Bee and I both. Eyes. I could have said eyes, hair, or like even teeth. I guess no matter what it would have been a strange thing because it was coming from me.
Thanks.
I touched my face with my opposing hand. My face is already getting hot. Can't I just be normal for once?
That's pretty normal.
I love compliments.
B. Thanks, B.
Bee starts complimenting everyone in the room. Bee starts complimenting everyone in the room. It sort of takes the attention off me, at least for the moment, which I am thankful for. I don't know what to do with myself. I feel like rubber. Should I pay him another compliment, or will that just be weird? I try to find a flaw in him, but I can't manage to. There's no such thing as perfection. I know that. But his existence is a decent rebuttal to that. So I want to learn what makes him tick, what foods he hates, what he fears, outside of bugs, of course. I just need the courage to ask. Bee is many things, but she must expel lots of energy throughout the day. When the sun goes down, she's already in bed. She falls into sleep as effortless as a cat. Hugh and Zoe cuddle up and fall asleep nearly as quickly. Rain off to just say goodnight, sleep in their own bed, which I can't blame them for, and bid them goodnight. Which leaves Shay and I.
Can you guys talk?
Another movie I've seen 12 times plays, and I dig up some courage to ask. Some balls to not let the last thing I say to him be that I like his skin. Like, I'm going to carve it off of him and wear.
That's hilarious.
Friends know all kinds of things about each other and can laugh off all the weird. Can't sleep? Nah, I usually struggle to sleep at new places, but it's no problem. If you're tired, you can sleep. I brought my earbuds. I can just watch something on my phone. I'm not tired either, which is weird because Granny woke me up so early this morning.
I met her before, I think.
Yeah, she said you were very sweet.
That's good. She brought us all some brownies. They were amazing, too. Usually I would have opted out, but I had to try one.
Everything Granny makes is gold.
That's how I feel about my mom's cooking.
What's your favorite thing she makes?
Okay, I don't know why I didn't think it, but Shay's Filipino, because samesies. Halo halo, easily. I need some halo halo in my life.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
I'd be surprised if you did. My mom's Filipino. Well, so am I. I don't know why I said it like that, but what I mean is she makes a lot of food from the Philippines. One of the desserts she makes she learned from my Lola, my grandma. Halo Halo, it's my favorite. It's like Italian ice here, I guess. But it's got sweetened beans and sweet seasoned fruits. You'd have to try it yourself. There's not much quite like it. True, true. Yeah, I'd like to try that for sure. Do you speak another language then? Yeah, I do. It's Tagalog. That's cool. I've never heard of that. Is that still Filipino or is that different? It's a language spoken in the Philippines, yeah. One of many. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. I wish I was bilingual. It would be more useful if more people here spoke it, but it's all good. So, what about you? What is your favorite food your granny makes?
I just love that Shay's Filipino. Hell yeah. Like him even more. I mean, I wouldn't just like you just because you're Filipino, but you know, shared connection's great. But yeah, what is Chris's favorite food from Granny?
Ooh, apple crumble. It has to be her apple crumble. I've never tried that. It's the best. It's brown sugar crumble, apples baked and caramelized, and you usually eat it with vanilla ice cream. I'd be willing to eat anything you made.
Me too. I'm stopping in my tracks, Chris.
That stops me in my tracks. I feel myself losing my grip on being natural and normal. He's so sweet, it aches.
You're really nice.
So are you.
No, not really.
No. In your own way, you are, Chris. It's okay. You don't need to be like the most sweet person. You can still, but you can still be sweet.
He sits up a bit from his spot to look at me.
Why do you say that?
Well, 'cause it's true. I mean, I haven't been that friendly with you. I honestly didn't know what to make of you at first. I didn't even know you were bilingual.
I mean, we were complete strangers, but that doesn't mean we can't learn now. It's not too late or anything.
Exactly, Shay. It's okay, Chris. It's okay.
I just feel like any friend of B's is a friend of mine.
Oh, and I think you're pretty cool. There's still a lot I don't know about you either.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just wish I hadn't been so stubborn before. Maybe it's not a good excuse or anything, but I don't really feel comfortable getting to know new people.
But we're learning, we're growing. It's okay, Chris. First thing's to acknowledge that and do your best to, get to know people in your own way.
Bee, Rain, Zoe, and even Hugh are people I've known for a decent amount of time. I just am really bad when it comes to knowing whether people are good or not.
I mean, this is also coming from like his past relationships with people and also friends, and I mean like romantic and like platonic. But so I see where he's coming from.
Which is really stupid of me. I mean, I just need to man up a bit.
You're so. I will say I mean, both of you are so young. So young. Are you kidding me? This is like the prime time of like learning who's like how to like be a better judge of character if you're trying not to like gravitate towards people who don't really care for you, you know?
Chris.
He says it pretty he says it pretty sharply. I stiffen in response.
Be careful not to talk yourself down. That stuff can be really, really harmful.
True that.
I get it. I used to be really hard on myself too, but I do think you're a great guy, Chris.
We love words of affirmation.
And I don't think it's bad or unmanly to be cautious around people.
Also true.
I think I could learn a thing or two from you in that department, honestly. So, I'm glad we're friends.
Yay. Oh. I nearly hop from my spot on the ground toward him. I pivot, looking at him so he knows I'm serious.
No. I think that part of you is really great, honestly.
It is a great part of you, Shay. It's just like it's like a preference. It's a preference for getting to know people, and a balance in general is nice. I feel like personally I oscillate between
these two kind of styles of getting to know people depending on like what else is going on in my life. I feel like I'm a bit more like Shay, but I sometimes do wish I was a bit more cautious. But then I feel like I've reflected that on that a lot, and it's like, well, I feel like it's more energy sometimes for me, particularly to practice that type of like, not like I'm saying Chrys is like this, but like being overly cautious. And so I feel like sometimes it's better just to be like, you know what, I'm going to be myself and not take it personally if people don't reciprocate energy back, because that's not what I'm trying to do, you know? Like, I'm not trying to spend my energy trying to figure out why they're not spending their time and attention on me in like a reciprocal manner, and that's fine. But I can see where these are two extremes that these characters are kind of portraying, and it's fine. Like, that doesn't make them like, you know, they're not bad aspects of the people, but it is something that maybe they're like very conscious of and perhaps insecure about to some degree. So something that they just may want to like reflect on, and there's nothing wrong with self-reflection and wanting to be a better person, but there's also nothing wrong with being yourself, is also what I'm trying to say, you know? Anyways,
He smiles shyly in response to that. I mean, thanks. That all makes sense and stuff, but Wait. I hold out my arms to stop his words. It takes me a lot for me to keep my voice down and come across as sincere as I can.
I haven't been a good friend to you. I didn't really even consider you a friend until you saved my life. I mean... You considered me a friend after just meeting me. I didn't even give you a real shot. You haven't done anything for me to distrust you so much.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just different styles, and it's good that you two are talking about this and all of that, but I think it's fair on both sides to be the way that you are in connecting with people.
I'm really sorry, Shay. You're really too good a guy, a friend for me.
Nice save, Chrys.
I feel a little choked up. It's hard not to feel like the worst. I really am the worst. I wrote him off from the very start. He's just a pretty face. That was it. I was expecting him to show his true, ugly colors with every step he made, but he always proved me wrong. His eyes softened. Chrys.
I'm not like the best guy either. I mean, is anyone really?
No, that's true.
So, you were a bit unsure of me. You were never hateful about it, though.
True.
And besides, I'd figured you'd get used to me eventually. And if you didn't, well, then that was okay too.
So fair.
I haven't been myself in a long time. This is the first time I've been out and about with people that weren't B. She's been helping me get out a bit more.
Hell yeah, B. We love that. We love your friendship, B. We love you as a person.
So by get out more, what does he mean exactly?
You went through a bad breakup, right? Is that why you didn't get out?
He hesitates at first before nodding slowly. Yeah, the breakup itself was fine, I guess. The aftermath, it was tough. I lend a comforting hand, laying mine just over his, making sure he can hear the words I've been wanting to say for a while.
Hey, hang in there. I've been through some really bad breakups. Had one a couple months back, in fact.
Oh my god, look at them comforting each other.
But once you start prioritizing yourself, it'll get better. I promise.
True that.
You're a better friend to me than you realize, Chrys. Thank you for not pitying me or trying to get into my business. I honestly appreciate that more than you'll ever know.
I shake the credit away.
None of that was really intentional, though.
Well, you don't seem like the kind of guy to press me for answers or pity me, right?
Yep.
He's right. I don't want him to say more than he's willing to say, and he is a strong person. He doesn't need me to coddle him. Everyone goes through this sort of thing, right? He already seems to be doing well, and if I played even a small part in that, then count me happy. I shake my head. Shay smiles at me.
I never held it against you, but I am glad you finally came around.
Hell yeah, we love that.
Blush, blush. I blush furiously at that, but swallow my pride, just this once.
I am too.
Oh. And like that, we are friends. Perhaps we have been all this time, but now we both acknowledge it, or rather, I do. Even if I harbor these semi-romantic feelings, at this moment, I just want to be his friend. I want to be just how he sees me. Just before the clock strikes midnight, sleep finds me, and I feel whole.
Ha! Okay. We're gonna come back to that is the end of this chapter. Isn't that sweet? How wholesome is that? I love that so much. Look at them talking about stuff and like kind of like clearing the air a little bit, having a fun time for Chris's birthday. That is so great. It's also nice to meet some of the other characters and friends in the group. So wonderful. I'm enjoying this so much. Like I love the like the dialogue and like the humor and like just like the sweetness and the wholesomeness of it all. So I hope that you are also enjoying it as well. And if you are, please press the like button and leave a like that way. And if you want to see more of Tattoos and Tulips, see where, you know, all of this is going to go with, you know, Chrys and Shay and B and the rest of our characters, then feel free to subscribe to my channel and press the bell for notifications for when I post more. Anyways, won't keep you up for any longer, but thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye!